Now, if your experience is more with children, you'll become a good fashion photographer for children. So it then depends, after getting your basic training, which line you choose, where your instinct is, who your teacher is, who's guiding you, and how you go about it. This is the way how you go about doing this business. The problem is, everyone is doing it the right way. But my job is to make most people who try to do the right thing the wrong way, my job is to make them do the right thing the right way. That is where I add value. That is where this experience and this education comes. It's not whether you use Nikon or you use Canon. You use a big lens or a small camera. What you do with the camera is more important. This camera is used by astronauts. But that doesn't mean that you can use it and understand how to use it. So it depends how much you want to be involved in it as a fashion photographer. It depends how much you want to be involved in it as a model. Now when you make a good portfolio, you need to have a professional portfolio, and how you present it, how you keep it is important. I'm Mr. Versace and I'm here to hire one model from this room. I'm not going to waste 3 hours of my time trying to find her. I'm going to give you 2 seconds, you 2 seconds, and you 2 seconds. Tell me why I should hire you. That's it. A professional model's portfolio does not need 100 pictures. It needs maximum 4 or 5 great pictures. That's it. You don't have to keep filling it up with more and more. Look, showing the pyramids is one thing and showing you on the pyramids is another thing. What you're trying to show is not the pyramids. What you're trying to show is yourself. So that does not matter where you take the picture. What matters is how you take your picture and what picture you're showing. So it's very important to keep it small, precise, and to be able to catch the attention. A good photograph is not when you look at it. A good photograph is when you don't look at it. What I mean to say is, you see a photograph and then you stop seeing it, but it's still in your mind till the next day. That is a good photograph. The retention of that image in your mind is a good photograph. For a photo shoot, you have a photo shoot assignment at 1 o'clock, doesn't mean you get out of bed at 12 o'clock. It doesn't mean that you don't take into account the questions of traffic jams, questions of punctured tires, questions of mini accidents, or whatever it may be in Alexandria. So you need to prepare, you need to plan your day the night before and get ready to go for the shoot, as a photographer as well as a model. Expression, very important. You might have everything right, but you need to have the right expression. You need to understand what your assignment is, what you're being paid for, what you've been hired for. It's not about just your looks, it's about using your looks and expressing them in the right manner. Any questions or answers? I'm sorry, I'm going to give the answer, but any questions? Yeah, go ahead.
What about choosing the background of the location for
Look, glamour photography is very commercial. It's for money and time. If I want to shoot Penelope Cruz, I've got to pay her $100,000 for 2 hours. That's what it's going to cost me, $100,000. So you better choose whether it's going to take you 1 hour to get to the pyramids or 20 minutes to do it in the studio. So it's all about time, money, what the assignment is, what is the shoot about, and then you decide your diagonal. You know, and I might look very nice left to right diagonal. You might look very nice right to left diagonal. Depends on your profile, you know. Okay, based on your profile, then you choose which side. And then you turn the camera the other way, diagonally, and you shoot.
Can you show us?
Yeah, I can show you all. I'll show you with this model. Any other questions yet?
Yeah, I didn't actually understand the spine test.
Yeah, the spine test is,
How I do it.
okay, how you do it is, when you come down, I'll show you with my model how I do a spine test. But basically, you just got to check out the spine, run your thumb on the spine of the model. The moment she reflexes, that spot is the weak spot. You're not as a doctor. You're just feeling the reflex. That's how you look at it.
Green or blue?
Right. The base colors are red, blue, or green.
Yeah, I know that. But
Right.
how can you decide if you should use green or red?
Well, with experience, with practice, you get that sense of aesthetic. You see what the light condition is. Do you think the picture looks better with a red base or a blue base or green base? And then accordingly you change everything. You change the set accordingly. It should be a red base. Her sandals, her accessories, her earrings, her belt, everything goes red, She may wear a green dress, but that red element should come in if it's a red base.
Between fashion photography and beauty photography.
Beauty photography?
Is there something called
Beauty photography? No, I don't know beauty photography. I know fashion photography, what people call sometimes glamour photography, where you got to look more on the glamorous side. Okay, but there's nothing called beauty photography. Beauty products are there, You can do photography for a beauty product line, Like if you want to do for any cosmetic company, then you got to look as beauty products and see how that is brought out. I mean, if your product is for hair, then you got to take pictures of hair. If it is for makeup, then it's different. Lipstick is different. So, any other questions? Yeah.
Glamour lifestyle is connected with this music genre, electronic or dance. This
Yeah.
is special. I hear it always in the brands, sit centers, and
Right.
like this.
Most of the time you hear horns honking, people shouting, people cursing,
No, not this
people
genre.
crossing roads. Yeah. Well, the human brain wants to be in a relaxed mode, and normally to divert from the usual sounds that we hear, it's that area of what do you call bandwidth of sound, which kind of creates that emotion. Now, if I ask my model to walk here without music, and if I ask her to walk with music, it's going to change, because she's going to feel the music and she's going to move. So, it's all about the feeling, You can act once, you can act twice, but you can't do it without a feeling, Acting in this is very different. And remember, glamour photography is capturing that one moment. On a film, you've got 120 minutes to prove what you want to. But on glamour photography, you just got that 1 minute, that 1 second, that has to be perfect.
Is there a specific F number or a shutter speed that I should use to capture this moment, or
Yeah.
not?
When you want to drive a car, the first thing you need to know is where's the key, right? So f-stop and things like this, it all depends. Is it an indoor shot? Is it an outdoor shot? What are the, what do you call, lighting conditions, lighting environment under which you will use it? Any other questions? You want to ask something, young boy? You want to ask something? Did you like it? Did you learn something? What did you learn?
Glamour contain fashion style.
Fashion style. Okay. Good. Thank you very much. Alright, I'd like to introduce my model. She's from Kyrgyzstan, Bishkek. You've seen her on the film, on the screen right now. And she'd like to say a few words to you. She'll introduce herself to you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Anastasia. I'm from Kyrgyzstan, Central Asia. I'm 20 and I'm winner of Kyrgyzstan's Fashion Week 2010. Sorry. and I passed internship of Professor Hersh Chadha in Dubai, Ukraine, also in Egypt too. And after giving a certificate, a professor certificate, I become international model, and I'm going to work in Dubai's Fashion Week and Indian Fashion Week too. After work with Professor Hersh Chadha, the work will change my life, or was changed my life, and now I am a professional model. Thank you very much.
If you guys want to ask her any question, most welcome to. Thank you very much. I enjoyed sharing my knowledge with you, and I learned so much from you. Thank you once again, and thank you for the library as well.